It's amazing to me that somewhere in China they're making this shit, you know. But anyway, I get lots of screws out of it. And everybody was a joke. Oh yeah, you're gonna make art out of Nabisco boxes or something. I said, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. But now they're the same people that are supporting me. Everything I have is pretty much from the dump. Although you don't call it the dump, it's the recycling center. It's the transfer station. Transfer station is the best euphemism. Recycling is, I'm not against. I'm sure it's great cycling. Plastic bags, my God, I wish I could make something out of those goddamn things. Plastic bags, oh God. I don't use plastic bags, but you can't go to the store, you gotta have a damn bag. The fish is wrapped in plastic, the meat's wrapped in plastic, the vegetables in plastic, everything's in plastic. The cars are in plastic, boats are in plastic, everything's in plastic. I hate plastic. I use it, but it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Christ, if I was going to save the planet, I'd shoot myself. And the last time I worked construction, I hit the boss's hand with a sledgehammer. I lost that job, and I've tipped over wheelbarrows of concrete and dropped house paint on people's heads, and if I were a mechanic, no car would ever run again. So I guess I'd better stay an artist. It's safer. I had a few critics take umbrage at my work. It wasn't deep enough. I admit, I'm a shallow person. There's no depth there. All I care about is squishing paint and making messes, that's all. It's the sign of the times. If Jeff Koons can be a world-renowned artist, Donald Trump can be president. We've come to that. Tin cans, All you gotta do, I go to Dexter Hardware, I get my Exo. Oops, oh shit, that's gonna be spilled. Shit, that's the one. I get my Exo Rust, safety yellow, hot red and safety yellow. I love these colors, so do the bees. And I mix it with cobalt and cerulean and tube paints. In fact, I gotta make a trip to Portland and get some more tube paints. The cheap ones. I don't use Winsor Newton for this. This is the bottom of the line. Dale around, there's like, Georgian. This stuff here is like $12 a tube, something like that. And it goes a long way with me. I can really make things stretch. I haven't been into the dumps of Mumbai or, Benghazi or Guatemala. It's frightful to think, but I romanticize it because I live in an affluent culture. It's not like I gotta dig through rancid vegetables to get at what I'm looking for. It's accessible, it's there. And Trampus, the manager of the transfer station, is a saint. He's just a bald guy out there that's always smiling and always helpful, and they have a big sign on the metal pile saying absolutely no picking. And everybody it's not like being in a murder of crows, you know what I mean? They're all out there picking through stuff and looking at other people's stuff, and everybody's it's kind of a neat, it's a very third world thing, don't you think? I'm romanticizing it, but they let me pick with impunity because they see my work in the school, at the Ridgeview School. I've got 26 pieces in there. They only bought one, but I donated the other 25 because I wanted to get rid of the goddamn things. My God. I called and I was kind of agonizing over it because I needed the check, so I can't believe I'm selling stuff in New Orleans. I can't sell shit in Maine, but I can sell it in New Orleans, so go figure. Well, those were the days. There's a wonderful writer, Eleanor Lander Horowitz, and she wrote the first definitive folk art book. It's all black and white too, but it has James Hampton in there with his throne room of the third millennium, but it also has Walter Flax as this black guy who built an entire fleet of ships. Some of them were 20 feet long, that made out of everything from vacuum cleaners to cameras to wheelbarrows, you name it. And you see a picture of him smoking a cigar with a sailor's hat on with his fleet all displayed on the lawn behind him. It's just a beautiful, but it's one of those things that inspired me, And Blackie Langley no less. Because, he just, he defied, he could have been the next Louise Nelson, Leo Castelli, and wanted him to be the next Louise Nelson, do abstracts and stuff. And he got bored. It was academic for him. It was just too academic. That wasn't where his heart was, so he made animals. I was terrible in chemistry because I kept blowing stuff up in the lab, and I destroyed stuff in the physics department. Not on purpose. It just I just wasn't geared towards it. So I got out of engineering after one semester. I couldn't calculate the area of a parabola. Coefficients of expansion, ha! Logarithms, forget it. I'm lucky I can do 2 plus 2. I can't see me in front of a computer in an office somewhere, trying to figure out whether this bridge bolt is going to fit or not or something. I mean, that would drive me. It ain't going to happen. I'd rather pound nails and paint. Painting's a big part of it, man. I wanted to be a painter. My grandfather was a painter, house painter. Anyway, I'm babbling on, man. Paint, paint, paint. Cobalt, that's what we want.
Oh, yeah.